Alright, so in my little 3-month review video that I made about my Miata, I talked about some of the things that I would like to do to it. Well, we're going to do one of those today, and that is to remove the little bit of surface rust right here on the driver's side wiper arm, and then repaint both of them. Alright, so first step is you want to lift up the hood. That way you can get to both of the locking nuts for the wipers. One, the passenger side is already visible, but the driver's side is not. So we're just going to pop up those little rubber tabs to get to the nuts. Alright, so the next thing is you're going to want to grab your socket wrench and remove the locking nuts. It is a 12mm nut, so that's what we're going to use. Once you pull the locking nuts off, you're going to push down on the elbow right here gently, and you're going to pull up where the locking nut goes. And it comes off. And then do that to both sides. There you go. Alright, so having actually removed them and looking at them, there's the rust here that I'm going to get rid of. But this spring on the inside of the driver arm is also rusted. So that's probably going to be something I'm going to have to physically replace. I can't just scrape it off. But for now it works, so I'm not going to mess with it. I will keep that in mind though. The passenger side is fine. The spring in that side is perfectly fine. There's no rust anywhere. But the driver's side will have to be replaced. Alright, so before you do this, go ahead and put safety glasses on just in case. It's just a matter of lightly going back and forth, removing the paint and the rust. Alright, that is more or less done. It took me a little over an hour, and ironically, halfway through, it starts pouring outside. But anyway, this is where I'm at the moment, and I'm probably just gonna finish it. I may do this part by hand, just because it's hard to reach with the Dremel tool, and I started smelling it, so I think it was overheating. But anyway, this is the driver one. And I started right here where the rust was, but the more I went, or the further along I went, the more I saw rust under the paint. So I just went ahead and decided to take as much of this off as I possibly could and kill the little guy. There we go. And I did the same on this one. Even though there wasn't any visible rust on the outside here, underneath there was. So I just went ahead and stripped the whole thing back, just like the driver's side. Now that that's done, I'm going to take this really, I mean it's not really fine, but it's more fine than this, which I beat to a death, like a big messy Dremel tool death. But I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to sand it again, the same direction that I did the Dremel sanding, and it's going to smooth that out. It's going to get rid of a lot of those scratches that the more coarse sandpaper for the Dremel tool did. So I'm going to do that to both, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've sanded them down. They're all smooth. I got some of the paint off of this one on the very end here. This one's mostly done. Now it's time to paint. Now, I would like to do it with the garage door open, but it's still pouring outside. So I've just got a tiny little fan to help kind of blow it away, hopefully away from my camera too. But yeah, here we go. Alright, I'll let that dry for about 20 minutes, and then I'll do a second coat, and then flip them. Alright, it's a couple days later, enough time for the paint to really sit and dry. But both of them are done. Now it's time to go put them on the car, which, ironically, I actually had to go somewhere without the wipers on the car. That was a whole lot of fun. Can't wait to not have to do that again. When I'm actually done putting these on the car, I'm going to put Rain-X back on the windshield as well, because it's been a while. So pretty much all you have to do is just reverse the order. So there you go. That's how you repaint your wiper arms. It doesn't really matter what car you do it on, but this was done on my 1995 Mazda Miata. Thank you guys for watching.